Assalamu alaikum students. I hope you all are doing great. Let's start our today's lesson. But before starting this, I would like to give a brief recap of my previous lesson. So in my previous lesson, we have, as we were discussing about the deserts. So we have discussed the land, what kind of the land it exists in the deserts. We have discussed that 1/5 of the Earth's land surface is desert. But there are two kinds of the desert. One is rocky and the other is sandy. One of the desert is made up of rocks and the other is made up of the sands. So um, then we have discussed the sandy desert and the rocky desert and oasis. Oasis is basically the small amount of the water that can be found in the middle of the desert somewhere, but usually it is very difficult to find any resource of the water in the deserts. Vegetation, as far as the vegetation of any desert is concerned, so as a desert the environment is very dry, so the vegetation is very different in the deserts. Usually the plants that is found in the deserts have the thick stems, so they can store water for so many days. They have the roots that is spread far wide in the, so they can absorb a large amount of the water, and they have the thick spines. As you know that cactus is one of the very famous plant that can be found in the desert. Then we have discussed the animals and the people. As the population of the desert is usually very low because of its harsh climate and because a low amount of the rainfall and because a low resources of the water. But there are some animals that is usually found in the deserts. Number one is a camel. Camel is known as a ship of the desert, and Allah Ta'ala blessed camels with such features that camel can easily survive in the desert. Camel can store the water in its hump for 21 days. So if he cannot find water some days, so he can easily survive. Plus the best part of the camel eyes is just that Allah Ta'ala blessed him with the long eyelashes. It means the dust cannot penetrate in his eyes and he can walk very easily even through the miles. It has a very large padded feet that can easily fit into the sand to walk easily. Then we have discussed the snakes and the lizards and the scorpions. Then we have discussed a developed country named Saudi Arabia, that though Saudi Arabia is totally a desert country, but due to its resources of oil, it is one of the developed country of the world because it gives oil to the world in exchange of the money, and we can find a lot of the large tall buildings and skyscrapers in Saudi Arabia. So let's start with the forest. Forest. Acha. We have always heard that in the early history of human being, people were living in the forest. इंसान जंगलों में रहता था. Why we say this always? Because initially there was a lot of forest when the world was being, so when the world was came into being, so there were a lot of forest and people were used to live the forest. They get the food from that forest. So at one time many parts of the earth were covered by the thick forest, but only a few forests remain today, because as soon as the industrialization became popular and as soon as we are trying to spread our cities, we are trying to cut down the forest. The place where we are living these days, you and me, the Paragon city, this place where the national school is located, there were a lot of forests, a lot of trees here. But what happened? The people cut down it to make this society. So people are usually cut down the forest, cut down the trees to make the societies, to make this place the industrial, etc. So because of increasing in the industrialization, we have lost a lot of the forest, a lot of the greenery that is causing the ozone depletion, plus increasing the population all across the globe. One of the reason is that the world's population has multiplied many times over. More space is needed for homes. Obviously, as soon as the population of the any place increases, so there will be the need of more housing. Society increases. आज हम लाहौर से बाहर निकले तो शेखुपुरा तक हमारी सोसाइटीज हैं. ठोकर न्याज देख जहाँ पे कुछ कभी नहीं होता था. रायवंड साइड पे जंगल ही जंगल होता था. जहाँ पर we can find the Nawaz Sharif house, Jati Umrah, but we can find a lot of the societies now there. On the map below, you can see the two main forest region in the world. As you can see, this green portion are all the forest region. Okay. Basically, two types of the forest are shown in this picture. The light green shows the equatorial forest that is found near the equator. This, this, and this. And the dark green temperate forest. These are the forest that is located in the temperate area. You will notice that the equatorial forests are close to the equator, spreading north and south to the tropics, while most of the temperate forest lies between the Tropic of the Cancer and Arctic Circle in the northern hemisphere. I have explained you in the picture. Number one type of the forest we will discuss here are the equatorial forests. Obviously, equatorial forests are those forests that is found near the equator. Equatorial forests are known as the tropical rainforest too, that are found in the South American countries of Ecuador, Colombia, Brazil. These are found in these countries. In the African countries of Liberia, Ivory Coast, Ghana, Togo, Benin, Nigeria, Cameroon, Equatorial Guinea, and Congo, and the Democratic Republic of Congo. These are all the forests. And in the Southeast Asian countries of Indonesia, Myanmar, and Malaysia. These regions are also called the hot wetlands because the temperature here is usually very high and there is a great amount of the rainfall. ऐसा नहीं है, it is not a desert area. Unlike the desert area where the temperature is usually high and there is less amount of rainfall, you can find the high temperature, but you can also find a great amount of the rainfall here. Some of these countries were once completely covered by the thick forests. Okay, so these countries we can find were the basically the forest, but later on they were industrialized and urbanized. So we can find the skyscrapers and the tall buildings, industries, factories in these areas. The equatorial regions receives a lot of the sunshine. Why is it so? Because we have read it in the chapter of the climate earlier, that in the equators the temperature remains hot throughout the year. So these regions, these forests are usually found near the equator. That's why they receive a lot of sunshine and the temperature is too hot and is therefore very hot. Where when there is bright sunshine, the earth heats up and so does the water. Obviously, जब सूरज एकदम ऊपर चमक रहा होगा, earth will be heated up and the water will be heated up too. The water evaporates and form clouds. Obviously, as we always heard in the water cycle, that when the sun shines or the sunlight falls on the surface of the water, water evaporates in the form of water vapors, go above the sky and forms the clouds, and then it will be the reason of the rain. In the equatorial forest, the average rainfall in a year is 200 to 250 centimeters. It's too much. The Amazon rainforest in Brazil is still the world's largest rainforest. Rainforests are those forests in which we can record the large amount of the rainfall, and Amazon forest that is found in the Brazil is one of them. These forests are very important as they are source of oxygen for all the living things and are known as the lungs of the earth. Obviously, as we know that tree provides us the oxygen and tree makes our environment fresh. It is known as the lungs of the earth, because all the human beings, animals, and all the living creatures that is found on the planet of the earth can found the fresh air with the help of the trees. The heavy rainfall and the fertile soil make it possible for plants to grow quickly. There are some plants that grow 50 centimeters in a day. The growth of the plant is very quick because of its rainfall. The forests are thick and lush, the tall green forming a canopy high above the ground. All the smaller plants grow too because they are trying to reach the sunlight. As the amount of the rainfall is too high, so the growth of the plant will obviously be too quick, as plants always need water to grow. So if they are getting the sufficient amount of the water and the food as the food, and the process of photosynthesis is taking place continuously because of the high presence of the sunlight, obviously they will grow very thick, they will grow very lush green. The forests are so thick that when a tree dies and is chopped down, it does not crash to the ground. वो इतना big उसका झुंड है कि वो उसके लिए गिरने को जमीन पे जगह नहीं होती. Obviously there will be something small plant beneath, besides art जिसके ऊपर वो गिरते हैं. It mainly rests against the other trees close by. The equatorial forests are rich in medicinal plants. Obviously we also obtain the medicine from the different plants of the earth, just like the neem and other, जिसको हम eucalyptus कहते हैं. The great variety of trees and thick undergrowth provides animal with the good homes. Obviously, trees have always been the shelter for the birds, the shelter for some of the animals, just like the snakes, monkeys, and the biggest. In fact, there are so many different species that may have not been named. कुछ ऐसे भी जानवर होंगे जिनका हमें पता ही नहीं होगा, that we will not be known. Birds and the large animals also love the forest. Some of the birds are very colorful. Some of the large animals includes the leopards, elephants, hippopotamus, and wild buffaloes. Obviously, as we know that lion is a king of the forest, jungle का बादशाह, ठीक है ना? So we can find the leopards, elephants, hippopotamus are also there. There are also crocodiles and plenty of snakes. You can see the snakes here, you can see the monkey and the chimpanzee, जो भी gorilla है. And of course, there is a variety of monkeys. The people of equatorial forest are usually tribal. They're usually tribal. In the Central African forest, there are Pajamas who are very short, dark people. If you have ever seen the African people, their complexion is usually very dark and they are tribal. वो अपने tribes में रहते हैं, and they have the tribes. In the South American and Asian forest, there are the other tribes. All these peoples are very good hunter, obviously, as they are living in the forest, so they have to hunt the animals and birds for their food. Because of dense vegetation, it is difficult to travel through these forests. These people who live there have to have a great difficulty in clearing land for cultivation. Obviously, the forest is such kind of the thick forest that it is very difficult for the people to clear such land to grow crops. And that's all for today. If you have any queries, so feel free to ask. I will share my classwork later on after this video. Thank you, everyone.